Hello and welcome to today's video. I'd like to thank Solbio for actually supporting this channel. And Solbio is a completely natural toilet fluid. It can be also used in the waste tank. It's environmentally friendly as it's made from completely natural ingredients. So if you'd like to know more about this product, there'll be more at the end of the current video, and there will be links below. Thank you. This van is the 500 City from Mega Mobil. It's under 5 meters in length. It has a very low roof, great for crouching, but also for going quicker than you can do in a high roof vehicle, at least that's my opinion. And it costs 80,247, and it's on a 3 kilo basis, sorry, a 3-ton basis, but it's going to give stacks of payload, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. Anyway, you wouldn't be more than 2 people in something of this nature. 80 litre fresh water, 80 litre dirty water. It's got a fridge there. It's got one of 2. That's the first fridge you see here. It's this one here, which there you go. I think it opens the wrong way, to be quite honest. And it's not one of these 2-way opening ones either. It's the same one as I've got, except mine's the same family as mine. Mine's bigger. And here we've got a stack of electric 12 volt shore power lights. Good. Got a lovely big table, and we have what I think is a magnificent looking kitchen. No, looking kitchen. I mean, I really like the depth of that. It's got a proper domestic plug with a suitable domestic drainage to go with it. We've got the gas, which is on that side, so it leads me to think you're supposed to do the cooking from outside, because you can't actually stand up outside, but you can actually make your coffee or something in the morning without leaving the vehicle and getting soaking wet. It's got, yeah, oh, it doesn't come out very far, does it? Oh, bangs on, yeah. Storage with sides to the drawers. Trouble is, it's totally impractical in a vehicle, in any vehicle just about. You need to have don't need, but it would be better to have a cover for this. I mean, this looks super elegant, but if you cover that, you can use it to put stuff on top of and what have you. And unfortunately, I mean, Can, who makes these things, does some really wonderful designs. Italian company. Some of the things are great, and this looks great. It looks great in the house, but it's not for a van which is under 5 meters. Anyway, so we've got a double bed at the back, and it's been contoured here to give more room at one end than the other. So if you've got really big feet, you might want to keep your head at the other end like that. You've got a bit of storage at the top. It's not a huge amount, but I mean, let's face it, there's not much space in this thing anyway. And the higher the bed goes, the more space you can get under it. It even comes with a television. And at the top we've got a fan, which is great. I mean, this thing is going to get pretty hot because of the have a summer like there was this year. It's going to get pretty hot in here, so I mean, that's a really good thing. And a really big skylight. So these are all positive things about this vehicle, but there's got a really big downside, really big negative thing, and that is there's no shower. There's no way of washing yourself properly. I mean, it's fantastic. It's got this really deep sink, and but you know, when I was living in a vehicle which didn't have a shower, what I would do, I'd put a stack of towels on the bed, and in my case though the sink was actually higher than where the bed was, and then I would sort of wash myself with flannels and like that, and I would do that obviously twice a day. And but I think in a vehicle like this, you say, well, where are you going to put the shower? Well, this is the place that stands out in my mind. I would get rid of these two chairs and something along those lines. That's how I see it. Being self-contained is really important. Now, what about if you need to use the toilet? I mean, it looks as though there isn't a toilet in here. Let's have a look. And come down here, pull this out, and there is your toilet. How do you use that? Well, maybe you have to practice at being a really good shot, but hey, I've got a solution. If you're not such a good shot, you have to lift all of this up, and it will go up. Now, I know that's a bit of a palaver, but it's better than not having a toilet at all. This will, as with all camper vans, you can lift the this will come up. You stack the cushions on this side, and then you have access to the toilet. Now, rather than demonstrate on this one here, I'm going to take you into a different van and show you how it is done there. So this is a similar type of vehicle, and this one has a tent in the roof, and you can see this one in a different video. But okay, this was one that was done earlier in true style. The bed has been put up, so the bed goes up and down. The cushions, the mattresses have been put there, and the toilet comes out like that. There you go. So, what do you do if you need to use the toilet in the night? Well, I think we're back to the bucket or the plastic jar situation. So this vehicle is a bit different in the way it looks. Lock that in there, and got a bigger, just one fridge, but it's bigger, and on the whole is just a little bigger. This thing here is called the Mega City 540, so it's got an extra 44 centimeters, 43 centimeters. So 500 city, and I haven't shown you the back yet, have I? So this one, it does have a second fridge, which is around here. This is a fridge for keeping your drinks in. Your booze goes in there when you're outside. There's the toilet from this end, and you can see there's also additional storage. Drawers. This case, this is where the pump goes for the water. So you can also block the side off up there. Good. Hope you found that of interest. Thanks for watching, and all the best from me in Germany. I want to close the door for the final shot of this vehicle. There we go. There's that closed. So, all the best from me. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you found that interesting. this is the first time ever that I have accepted any support for promoting a product on YouTube. Now, I've been on YouTube now for 15 years, and I've been doing the van life stuff for a number of years as well. The reason I haven't accepted support in the past is because I felt it had to be something which I really agreed with, and a product I knew. So I had to feel 100% about recommending it to others. This is Solbio, and this is a toilet additive. Now, what's the point of a toilet additive? Well, when you use the toilet, then it goes into a cassette, and you have to dump the cassette somewhere. Now, if you just urinate into it, then there should be no problem. But if you put any solids into it, then it makes it a bit more difficult. Now, one thing you can do is if you have constant diarrhea, then you may not need a toilet additive, because you should be able to dump it without any problems. For those of you who don't suffer from this problem, then one thing you might want to consider doing, in fact, one thing you're going to have to consider doing, is using a toilet additive. Now, there's two types. There's the blue stuff, which is manufactured by a number of companies, and it works pretty well. No problems there whatsoever with the way it works. Oh, there's the green stuff, which is ecologically based. Now, up until now, the green stuff didn't work as well as the blue stuff. But I think with Solbio, we're now seeing a comparative working rate. It works just as well. So it's ecological. What it's got inside are natural soaps, it's got natural citric acid, it's got essential oils and plant extracts, and that breaks down whatever it is that you're throwing into the toilet, or releasing into the toilet, I should say. And when you come to a dump station, you can just tip up your cassette and it all flows in nicely. Now, you may say, well, I have constant diarrhea, and so therefore I don't need something like that. Well, that may be the case, but one thing that this has got, it's got a rather pleasant fragrance to it as well. Now, I personally like the fragrance of the blue stuff, but I know I'm in a small minority on that one. One thing I noticed when I've been doing tests of really small vehicles, such as 5.5 meter ones above all, so as soon as you open the door, you have this fragrance, let's say, of the blue stuff sort of hits you. Now, with this one here, Solbio, it's got a more natural sort of smell. It's a bit like eucalyptus. I'm trying to find a good way of actually describing it, and the best thing I could think of, it's got these cough drops, or these eucalyptus like sweets, and it's got this type of fragrance within the toilet anyway. And if you're in a small van, I bet it could fill up the small van. I haven't really noticed it sort of when I'm sitting here in this position, for example, but maybe I'm not using enough of it to actually notice. Next thing is it safe to use? Well, the thing with the blue stuff is there are good reasons to suggest that it may not be completely safe to use. I mean, it does break things down in a chemical manner. I mean, I'm not going to suggest it's dangerous or anything like that, but I don't think it is particularly good for the environment. If it comes into contact with plants or things of this nature, I mean, there's warnings that, I mean, if you get it in a fish tank or something like that, I don't know why you want to put it in a fish tank, but if you put it in a fish tank, then the fish will die. So this, as it comes from natural things, you assume that it's okay. Now, the blue stuff as well, I've noticed I always get it on my hands. And not only that, I mean, obviously, I sort of miss the toilet as well. Sorry, I get it into the toilet bowl. I don't miss the toilet. I miss the sort of the hole where you open up for the toilet. And it sort of stains, and it takes a few flushes for it to actually go down. I don't know if that's bad or not, but it's with this stuff, it's almost translucent. Not quite, but almost. As is when you dump it out, which seems a bit odd the first time, you think, hang on just a minute, I'm sure I didn't just urinate in there. But that's the way it is. The manufacturers say it doesn't cause skin irritation. I have never experienced skin irritation from the blue stuff, but I have heard of people having this problem. And let's have another look at it, because here it comes in two. One's for marine use and the other's for motorhome use. Now it could be that mariners use the toilet or they eat something a bit more dodgy, or I don't know, but it's different. This contains 40 doses, and it's dosed via this thing down here, this little tap. Now I know there are people who are suspect of these taps. Now I previously worked in the packaging industry, and indeed I used to give talks being an expert. I don't think I was much of an expert, but I do know a little bit about it. This technology is perfectly safe, I think, to use. It's not, I mean, it's often used in bag-in-the-box applications, and so you get wine or something. The wine's in a box, and they've got this tap that sticks out, and you use it. In the company I used to work, where we produced blueberry juice, we used this technology, and I've never known the taps to go wrong in my direct experience. But when they first came out, I agree there was problems with them. I've heard of people saying they put something in the fridge, or they in the van, and something hit here. In theory, you're supposed to knock both ends down at the pull them both up and press down at the same time to get it to work. So I mean, I do accept that these things can go wrong. Just as, I mean, if you don't close a bottle properly, everything will go out. But I make that part. Other than that, the bag may seem a little unsturdy because of the way it is. But I can tell it's made from recycled. It's green plastic. It's I think it's quite safe. So there's some observations on this, and as far as I'm concerned, I really do think it is a good solution for you. Now, it costs roughly the same as the blue stuff. There isn't much difference. Now, I do appreciate that if there was a price difference, that might be a problem. Although, I think if you're into motorhomes, then you probably like living in harmony with nature, which is what I'm in it for, really. I think it's the call of nature, this contact with nature and all the rest of it. So I think that protecting nature is something that I would want to do. Whether or not I'm prepared to pay a premium, yes, maybe I'm prepared to pay a little bit of a premium for it, but in all honesty, between this one and the blue stuff, there's hardly any difference. Right, so if you find that of interest, there will be a link below. It's not an affiliate link, it just tells you where to get the stuff from. I'm not on any affiliate programs at all, deliberately, so nobody can accuse me of trying to promote something to get the affiliate link. But I do absolutely believe in this product. So, thanks very much for watching. I am currently at a place called Alexa Camping, or Camping Alexa, in northern Poland, and you may have heard some of the noises on the outside from the campsite, but I shall tell you more about that in another video. So, there you go. This is about Solbio. Thanks for watching.